On Wednesday, Florida executed a man known as the Ninja Killer for the 1989 slayings of a couple visiting the state from New Jersey. Louis Bernard Gaskin, 56, was pronounced dead at 6:15 p.m. after receiving a lethal injection. The governor's office said he was convicted of killing Robert Sturmfels, 56, and Georgette Sturmfels, 55, on December 20th of 1989, in their Flagler County winter home on Florida's northeastern coast. Gaskin woke up at 4:45 a.m. Wednesday and had his last meal at 9:45 a.m. Department of Corrections spokesperson Kayla McLaughlin Smith said during a news conference the meal included barbecue pork ribs, pork and turkey neck, buffalo wings, shrimp fried rice, french fries, and water. Gaskin was visited by his sister Wednesday, but he did not meet with a spiritual advisor. McLaughlin Smith said no relatives of the victims had arranged to be in the witness room during the execution, which was scheduled for 6 p.m. and started without delay. When asked if he had any final statement, Gaskin said justice is not about the crime, and it's not about the criminal, it's about the law. He then referred to the legal proceedings surrounding his case and the appeals and finished his statement saying, "Look at my case." Gaskin began receiving the lethal cocktail of drugs at 6:02 p.m., causing him to breathe heavily as his chest rose and fell under a white sheet. The prison warden went to check on whether Gaskin was still conscious at 6:05 p.m. He didn't respond. Gaskin's breathing appeared to stop at 6:07 p.m. A doctor entered the death chamber at 6:14 p.m. to examine Gaskin and declared him dead a minute later. Republican Governor Ron DeSantis had been signing the death warrants at a rapid pace this year as he prepares his widely expected presidential campaign. He oversaw only 2 executions in his first 4 years in office, both in 2019. Gaskin's execution came 6 weeks after Donald Dilbeck, 59, was put to death for the 1990 murder of Faye Van, 44, in Tallahassee, and 3 weeks before the scheduled execution of Darrell B. Barwick for slaying Rebecca Wint, 24, in 1986 in Panama City. Barring any stays for Barwick, it will be the shortest period that 3 executions have been carried out in Florida since there were 3 put to death within 36 days in 2014 under former Governor Rick Scott, also a Republican. Gaskin's death marked the state's 100th execution since the reinstatement of the death penalty in 1976. There are an additional 297 people in Florida's death row, which is located at Florida State Prison in Rayford, Florida, about 40 minutes southwest of Jacksonville. Gaskin, who was dubbed the Ninja Killer because he wore all-black ninja clothing during the crime, shot his victims with a .22 caliber rifle. Investigators said he was convicted of first-degree murder. Property that he stole from the Sturmfels home, a clock, 2 lamps, and a video cassette recorder, was found in his residence and were intended to be Christmas gifts for his girlfriend, according to investigators. He was also convicted of armed robbery, burglary, and the attempted murder that same night of another couple who lived nearby. Local media reported at the time that Gaskin quickly confessed to the crimes and told a psychologist before his trial that he knew what he was doing. The guilt was always there, Gaskin said. The devil had more of a hold than God did. I knew that I was wrong. I wasn't insane. Jurors voted 8-4 in 1990 to recommend the death sentence, which the judge accepted. Florida law now requires a unanimous jury vote for capital punishment, although the legislature could send DeSantis a bill this week that will allow an 8-4 jury recommendations for capital punishment. The state of the United States Supreme Court rejected appeals Gaskin filed since his death warrant was signed. The latest denial came on Tuesday. Please subscribe to the channel for more stories about true crime, famous graves, filming locations, historical locations, and so much more. Continue to look for the history and film. Catch you guys later.